Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening from everywhere, all over the world, wherever you're joining us today on the program. Welcome to Discussion Corner with Favor. My name is Favor Ayamu. And today on the program, I have to anchor today's edition of Discussion Corner with Favor, where we'll be discussing youth in politics in person of Mr. Rai. Good evening, Mr. Rai, and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Favor. It's a pleasure to be here again.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys. It's a pleasure to have you this evening to discuss about youth and politics. Gone through what your boss is actually doing. It's a very great work that he's doing for the country, especially now that we know that politics should not be something that we should shy away from as youths. You know, it's very good that we get engaged actively in politics so that we can also take over the hands of our affairs and enact policies that will bring about change that we really desire. You know, right from when we gave independence to this very time, youths have never really been satisfied on how the government has actually led the affairs of the nation, and that is actually very worrisome, and it's something that everyone should actually show a great concern about. Talking about politics, Ms. Favor, doesn't it bother you that we have not actually gotten it right after a long time down the line? Doesn't it bother you?
I think it bothers everyone. Every single person in Nigeria gets really bothered. First of all, talking about youth in politics, we could possibly say that almost every tool used in the destruction or disruption of political affairs in Nigeria mostly has youth involved. When you talk about the thugs used to snatch ballot boxes, you talk about those used to kill each other during elections, they are all youth. And if we continue in this line, I don't think we are ever going to get it right. We are talking about youth politics. We are talking about Diamond Youth Initiative. We are talking about Nigerian Youth Decide. Of course, the Nigerian youth have been deciding. They've been deciding because they've been taking the decisions that has kept us where we are today, and they will still take the decisions that will take us to where we are going tomorrow. So whatever we are facing today, the youth in one way or the other plays a vital role in what is actually going on in Nigeria today.
Exactly, and that actually brings us to this point when we talk about nation building and policy formulation. Sorry, off the track a bit, but I think it's important because if you look at the European Union observers team in the last election, the 2019 general election, if you look at their report, they were actually giving some statistics about youth active engagement in politics. And they said there was a sharp downfall between the number of youths that were actually actively engaged or actively participated rather in the 2019 general election as against the 2015 general election. Now, they also went further to explain this, that the reason is that the gratification was actually very low. That is why in favor. You know, I was talking with him based on the initiative that the organization actually have, which they seem to have a very good and clear initiative about saving us from this unethical politics that is actually affecting us, is affecting everything, you know, and it has eaten deep into the fabric of every youth, you know, that actually cause for concern. And don't you think in this line of thought, because I was thinking that the DYTI will even go ahead and register, say, an independent political party. You know, we need something different from what we have that is actually existing. I remember in one of your shows when you hosted the woman that contested in the last presidential election, barrister, I can't really remember her name, but pardon me.
That's where Judea.
Yeah, okay, barrister Eunice, yeah. Her initiative was just very good and great. I was thinking like the DYTI, they should actually subscribe to this kind of initiative, instead of just dealing across the whole political
Political parties, yeah.
select some few political parties that you actually have core similarities with. You know, that is how I feel we can make a change because there is this systemic uh, thing that is actually affecting the political parties in Nigeria, and that goes a long way because everything has to do with money and godfatherism. And at the end of the day, when we go to election, it's all about violence and all that. When you look at the total population of Nigeria, of course, the youth are more populated. So that shows that we can actually make a change because politics is a game of number. But how
Yeah.
many of us that are youth are actually aware that we can make a change? More often than not, even the youth that are complaining that we need change, sometimes they just fall victim of this gratification once they see money and everything just changes.
Exactly. That was what I wanted to ask Mr. Abdul, right? I,
Mm.
I wanted to be sure because he's saying that, oh, they work with all political parties and they don't favor any major political party. So I want him to give an answer to that question. Is that right? You were saying something about the initiative becoming a political party on its own because we need a political party like that where youth can come out and do something different other than what we already see in APC, PDP, ABGA, all of it. This is an initiative that is an umbrella that every youth is under. So wouldn't it be nice that you guys come out and become a political party rather than just a movement or an NGO?
Talking about campus politics, those days, when we were in university, it was very difficult for people who actually have a very good upbringing to find themselves in the four walls of the university and want to come out and say, hey, I want to vie for one political office or the other. You know how terrible it was. I don't know about your school, but the school I attended, rather, sorry about that. If you look at election, it was actually something else. You see people fighting, courtism, and all that. And all these vices within the school is perpetrated by the youths. At the end of the day, you even find out that the school management will have to suspend SUG for a very long period of time because of that. Those are some of the great issues that we have, facing us. And we expect that at the end of the day, we should come out in the world and also say we want to participate in the election. How are we sure that we are not going to repeat the same kind of thing that we did in school when we are vying for certain position outside? And I was asking him, how is this organization trying to make sure that these things are actually, corrected? Perhaps they could engage the students to make them have a great change of mind instead of just a normal way of things. Go ahead, Fabo.
I'm not really familiar with the SUG thing, but I heard a lot about it. So the truth is, most of the problems that we have today, it started from the university based on what I heard about SUG, that's the Student Union Government. So I think for us to correct most of these things, we have to start from the grassroots. It shouldn't just be someone waking up tomorrow and saying, okay, because I was part of the student union government in school, then now I'm going into politics, and they don't have any other experience or idea of what politics is all about. All they are working with is what they learned from school. So I think our major problems is actually from the grassroots and not just the youths that are having initiative or transformation movement projects and all of that. But the Diamond Youth Initiative, right? I really don't know how much they've gone. That's why I really wanted their president to be here to discuss, but due to some issues, he wasn't able to come. So I would have loved to ask him how much they have achieved already and how much more they intend to achieve. Most of the things that they've been doing is they've been organizing conferences and summits. I don't know how that helps. From the discussion from last week with the former presidential candidate, she mentioned something about people being in a hall and teaching other persons, and she said politics is not something that you sit in your comfort zone to go for. You need to go to the field, you need the experience, you need to do what it takes and not just sitting down. So I don't know how much of the conferences they've been organizing, how much of the summits they've been organizing, and what they've achieved and what they intend to achieve. Their initiative is very good, quite all right. From what we've read about them, from what we've seen them do, they are very good. So is it just by organizing conferences? Is it just by organizing summits? Is it by supporting every political party? You need to be focused. This is a youth
Exactly.
platform. If this is a youth platform, then it should be there to support the youth and nothing but the youth.
Exactly, and this also goes to every other youth that is watching also, that's out there that have this kind of organization. If we really want to make a great change in political affairs in this country, we need to come out with a great plan that we make a very great change on this great anomaly that we have in our country. Yeah, it is good to actually have an organization, also run an organization. But when you're doing that and you're actually still maintaining some of these procedures that the existing political parties are also maintaining, I think at the end of the day, we'll just be rigmaroling in the same circle that we find ourselves in. We have to dare to do something different. And for me, I feel we can actually achieve that because when you look at United States of America, how far they have gone in politics and also in election, it's good that we should copy some of the system that is actually
We
very
only
good.
copy the negative sides. I think that's not.
Exactly. So to the youth, if you're running an organization, I think it's good we get to do something different. We should have a sheet. It should not just be that, oh, I'm running an organization because of the financial attachment and also because when election is approaching, I will see money at the end of the day. I will use the money to do one or two things. Life is more than that. Well, I hope maybe some other time we'll have opportunity to uh, have the founder of DYTI in our midst, and probably he will throw more light to some of these issues that we're talking about.
Quickly go on a break and then we come back and round up.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Please stay tuned. We'll be back shortly after the break. All right, welcome back to Discussion Corner with Favor. We're already at the last phase of this discussion. So in the next 10 minutes or thereabouts, we'll be done. And yeah, network has not been friendly today. So I just want to thank God for Mr. Rai, who is here. I think we are saving grace for today. Mr. Rai, welcome back.
Thank you, Favor.
Let's quickly talk about youth preparedness in handling political positions. Do you think that the present Nigerian youth is ready, willing, capable, and strong enough to handle political positions in Nigeria?
Well, this is my own personal opinion. I don't think the youths in Nigeria are actually ready for governance. I don't think they do because what does it take one to be ready? One, if you're ready, you need to know your rights as a citizen of a country. You know, so many youths they don't actually even know their rights. So politically, it's some of these people that will have that are actually uh, representing us in the helm of affairs when it comes to politics. So many of them are not doing well. And as youths, do you know, we actually have the power to even recall them. For majority of us, we don't. Majority don't even care. Majority are just after money. Once you get the money, that's it. They're okay at that moment. And once any other thing goes wrong, they start again. So if you look at it, man, I don't think we're actually ready. And I don't think the youths are ready for governance in this country.
I
And
think
that's
I
my
also
opinion.
I agree with you from my own perspective as well. I also think that the Nigerian youth are not ready. Today, I saw a press release by the president of the Nigerian Youth Decide, where he wrote something about asking the president to either do something about the killings in Nigeria or resign. He wrote a press release, your president didn't act, and he stays there 8 years and he leaves. And tomorrow you tell me to get in a youth to come and lead Nigeria. I really believe that the Nigerian youths are not ready. So even if they
Yeah,
form a political party tomorrow trying to push the youth there, I still don't think they're going to make any difference. They support any leader that is able to or willing to bring out something to appreciate what they are doing. So how can you even be ready?
exactly. That's the main thing. So basically, the only way out of this quagmire that we find ourselves in the political arena, it's of course we need a great bourgeoisie, someone who is actually very worthy and is ready to support the objective of the youth. So he can actually key into some of those programs, existing programs, the very good ones, and engage the youths, the few ones, to actually transform a whole lot of things. And that is why that is how we can go far in changing some of those things that bothers us in this country.
I
But
have a
outside
problem.
that,
I have a problem with the younger persons who want to run for political positions in Nigeria, and they really do not. If we need a youth to handle the affairs of Nigeria, I think it should be someone who has tasted both sides of the rich, poor, and you have an idea of what this person is facing, and then you also have an idea of what this person is enjoying. Everyone coming to take one position or the other believes that, oh, it's a national cake. So this person came and said, I'm coming to take mine. And then we just take, and go. That's what is happening in Nigeria today. So till
yeah,
tomorrow, I don't think the youths are ready.
exactly. Though I share a slight different opinion from what you just said now, because to me, I believe, irrespective of your background, I believe that money should not be placed first. So by that, even if I'm from a poor background, I should be able to place first the objectives. I should be able to place first the things that matters in life before money. And also the same should apply if I'm from a rich background. So at the end of the day, when I find myself in political scene, the same principle will also apply. But unfortunately, in Africa, largely, not just Nigeria, that is kind of challenge we face. It's all about money first and every other thing second. We hope we'll be able to get it right someday. Otherwise, we just have to keep managing it like this. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Sarai. It was a pleasure having you on the show. I'm really
Thank you
grateful.
for
All right. I hope
thank you for
to
having
again
me.
next time.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye. All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the program today. And see you on Sunday. All right. Take care and have a good evening.